The news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Turtola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. Having a balanced state of mind is critical for teachers to effectively execute their set tasks, and so is character. This is according to member of the Virgin Islands Youth Parliament, Mr. Dylan Penn, in a keynote address to educators.
If STEAM focuses on problem solving and genuineness, creativity and collaboration in your approach, then the teachers, you educators yourselves need to be in a genuine, positive state of mind before even attempting to deliver such a curriculum. So based on what I remember of my teachers and what the aim of this new approach is, I have no doubt that one of the most powerful tools that any educator can wield in an already powerful profession is your character. The way that you deliver your message and guide and nurture the interests of your students. You see, teaching, children learn from the unscripted moments just as much as the scripted moments. Students have this way of sensing your energy. Even if you're trying to hide, students see right through it. So it's important that you be in a genuine, balanced state of mind. Students look at how we react to situations, and their learning is impacted because of it. I know, because I lived it. If it is true as a parent, then it is even more true of a teacher. One thing, to foster your character, and that one thing is this: mind your business. You shape the minds of our people. You shape the country. And not minding your business could have detrimental effects on our future. You need to try and set up structures that help you focus on solutions rather than problems. You must, and I know the physical education teachers in here will say to me on this, you must take care of your body. This includes physical activity as well as good sleeping habits. Your body and your brain function as one. So taking care of one without the other will result in stagnation and frustration ultimately. Set your boundaries. This applies for not only when you disconnect from the classroom, but also with the type of people and situations that you let into your personal space. As for the policymakers, now more than ever, you need to mind your business. We have the collective energy, the pressure to agitate for a change in the approach to education. We have enough experience now to know what works and what doesn't, and where we need to go. I have long felt that the best consultants and experts come from within, meaning our teachers who not only work in the system but constantly research better approaches to teaching in these shifting times, you remain the most valuable resource for policymakers to tap into. That was always true and that will always be true. So I conclude, more specifically, I believe now that the positive, sustained change would come from a strong advocate of educators with character and integrity, which will be evident not only in your work ethic and your addressing of the issues, but perhaps most importantly, it will be reflected in the students, the present and future of this country.
For Minister of Education, Culture, Youth Affairs and Sports, Honorable Shari B. D. Castro, the focus was on the change.
So when we speak of change in education, we often speak about what needs to change in schools. Principals should do this. Teachers should do that. But if we are to move full steam ahead, that requires change, even on my part. How can we be the change that we want to see? That starts with me. How do we change the way our children, parents, and community view education? How do we change the ethos and environment of our schools to foster discipline, respect, accountability, and positive outcomes? How do we help our children to understand that if they take their education seriously, they are actually making a down payment on their future? How do we change our perspective as educators to realize that we are actually making a direct deposit into our future? Let me ask a question. Are grades the outcome of education? We've used grades as a currency to quantify learning instead of critical thinking and problem solving, creativity, collaboration, and innovation. Due to this flawed conception of teachers solely depositing information, instead of withdrawing inquiry, curiosity, and ingenuity, it's time to climb to the top of Bloom's taxonomy, to apply, analyze, evaluate, and create change, meaningful change in the way that we view education in this territory, from content, rote, and memory, to skills as the new currency, or else our economy will suffer bankruptcy. Because the demand for new and different skills and knowledge is continuously evolving and changing, disruptions from new technology like artificial intelligence, programming, coding, robotics, and automation have further amplified the skills volatility that we are facing, as the gap between the demand for skills and the supply from individuals continue to widen. Relevant skills will increase in value. That's why we knew that we had to do something. That's where the theme of this school year comes in. Virgin Islands education, moving full steam ahead.
Meantime, Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Whitley, expressed gratitude and promised educators to make them a priority.
Up until May of this year, I was the minister responsible for education. And certainly we are aware of all that has transpired since, and the shift which has taken place in the territory. But I never got an opportunity to tell you, those who toil and labor in the education system, how much I appreciate you. Thank you for all of your sacrifice. Thank you for all of those long nights in which you have written lesson plans and grading assessments. Thank you for all you do. So yes, I have gone from the Ministry of Education, but in my new role as Premier and Minister of Finance, I will continue to seek ways that I can support you in the education system by making you a priority in the budgeting process, making sure you have the finances necessary to push to completion some of the projects that we're working on, the finances necessary for your programs, of course, helping to encourage the development of policies and supporting the minister in bringing forth those policies to help improve the education system, and all the other ways in which I can support from my present position.
Some of the highlights of Professional Day as the Virgin Islands ushers in the 2022-2023 academic year. With this JTV News Update, Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Cross cider, Fizzly Cross cider, deliciously smooth.
Hey, you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Rapid growth and reliance on digital systems has opened new vulnerabilities, and additional layers of cybersecurity are required to combat sophisticated cyber attacks. Simply Secure's security management solution helps overcome these challenges. Our service includes 24/7 protection for network devices, computers and servers with automatic restoration, security audits, and penetration testing. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Contact us today.